Alright. I took a bit of a break. I'm back. I'm gonna try it again. Fuck. I still have, like, I don't know. I'm just gonna try Celeste's account on things.
First of all, we know where Chihiro was heading. He was on his way to go exercise.
Yes.
So next we have to ask, why did he choose the specific tracksuit that he did?
What do you mean, the specific tracksuit?
Okay.
I got it! He picked that tracksuit because it matched the one the culprit was wearing.
So, what you're saying is, the killer was wearing the same blue tracksuit as him?
Yes! Okay, what?
No, that's wrong.
I don't understand, but whatever, it worked.
Hold on a second, Mondo. What did you just say?
Huh? What'd I say?
When Celeste testified a few minutes ago, she said...
I saw him stuffing a track jacket into a duffel bag. Yeah. And then, I assume, he headed off to exercise. Okay.
She never said anything about the jacket's color.
Oh. Thought she did. I thought she did say the color. Oh
So
my
why did you say Chihiro's blue
Oh my
tracksuit?
god! It was so dumb. So dumb. Okay, well, whatever.
Where are you? You just...
We got him. We got him.
Hey, Celeste, what color was Chihiro's tracksuit?
We got him.
As a matter of fact, it was blue.
And before we began the trial, did you tell anyone that?
Nope. She specifically said she only talked to
The
us.
only one I told about any of this was you.
Then, Mondo, how did you know what color Chihiro's tracksuit was?
Because I just... I'm sure he saw the clothes at some point in the investigation.
No, we never found it.
No, that can't be it.
God. Oh, so
The bag
easy.
and clothes were surely disposed of by the time we began our investigation.
Then the only reason he could have known what color the tracksuit was is if he saw Cherry with it before he died. That's the only possibility.
Cherry with it? What do you mean cherry?
Cherry? Are you talking about Chihiro? So, how about it? Did you see the tracksuit or didn't you?
Whoa, that's some super aggressive stuff.
Just by chance. I just happened to see it last night.
Mm-hmm.
He walked past me, and he was carrying the tracksuit in his hands.
Maybe.
No, that can't be it either. According to Celeste's testimony,
She stuffed the jacket into her bag in a hurry. It's almost like she was trying to hide it. Ah, yes. And just like that, she was gone.
when Celeste noticed it, Chihiro made a point of making sure the jacket was completely in the bag. If you just ran into him briefly, you couldn't possibly have seen what color the tracksuit was.
Okay, it's Mondo. Is it Mondo? This is it. Oh, now he's stumped, but Byakuya was stumped before also.
It would appear you dug your own grave.
Perhaps. But you handed him the shovel, didn't you? That's focus on the tracksuit and it'll be obvious who he met with? What a bunch of nonsense.
Ah, now I understand. It was all one big bluff, wasn't it? Your true intention was to draw a slip of the tongue from the culprit. That's why you said you knew he did it, to put them on edge.
That's right. However, Mondo was my target all along. I had my suspicions about him from the very beginning.
Do tell. Do tell.
But why? What made you so suspicious?
Well, she also knew that she was a he.
That's a good question.
Because I hate him. Wait, he talked, I guess?
There was a certain turning point that tipped me off. Maybe you didn't notice it, Mondo, but you tend to refer to men and women differently.
Yeah.
You only call guys dude. For girls, it's chick.
Okay, I did not notice this at all. I can admit that.
And after he was killed,
Wow.
you happened to refer to him as Dude.
I did not catch
Once I
that.
picked up on that, it occurred to me that Mondo knew something we didn't.
Wow. I wonder if any of you guys picked up on that, because I did not.
You notice such a tiny detail?
Are you a witch? She's a witch! You're positively frightful!
No, I'm not the frightful one. Not nearly as frightful as someone capable of murdering a friend.
I mean, a lot of people, a lot of guys do call, like, women dude or girls dude as well. Like, just in passing. I might be one of those people.
Mondo, was it really you?
Call everyone dude.
Did you really kill Chihiro?
Now the question is why?
I didn't kill anyone! You've been all over me, judging everything I say, putting words in my mouth. What gives you the right to treat me like a goddamn criminal?
Yeah, he would never do something like that. This is a false
Oh,
accusation.
Taka's standing up for his brother.
It's true. My reasoning on that is pretty shaky.
That was fast.
Well, this does present us with a problem. It seems we are all out of leads.
My time has nearly
Oh, he
come.
had some information, I think, right? That he didn't tell us
That's
about?
what my little ghost friend is telling me.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Hifumi, weren't you telling me you'd found some evidence?
Really? What kind of evidence?
Okay. Let's hear what the evidence is first of all.
Actually,
Then I'll comment
no.
after.
Now that I'm thinking about it here calmly, it might not be all that relevant.
Jeez, did your confidence just get up and walk away? It's fine, man. Just tell us.
If you really insist, then... Here it is.
What do you have there?
Oh. Is that her or his handbook?
It happens to be an e-handbook. I found it laying on the ground, so I scooped it up.
It's under the ground, right? Then it must belong to...
I got it! We
Yeah,
know
Chihiro's.
Chihiro's handbook was missing from the scene of the crime, right?
So where was it found?
For a fact.
For a fact indeed. I was totally sure I'd found it.
Then it must hold some clue about the culprit, right?
Well, that's what I was hoping. But it's busted. It won't even turn on.
Monokuma, you want to help us out with that?
I imagine the culprit broke it to get rid of any evidence after the murder.
That's odd. I didn't think the handbooks were quite so fragile.
You're right. They're not. They're totally waterproof and shock resistant. It would take an awful lot to break one.
And yet, this one does appear to be broken, as is Leon's, sitting useless in the main hall. For all your confidence, that is a remarkably high failure rate.
Good point.
Do you think there might be some kind of mystery in there somewhere? How precisely did the handbooks get broken?
I have no idea. I have no idea. How did the handbook break? There's only one possible explanation. Yeah, hitting its weak point, sure.
I got it! You already told us before that the handbook has one weak point.
Yeah, I
didn't
do
you?
remember that.
Yeah! You remember that? Sure, maybe I let that slip. But I never told anyone what the weak point actually was. But if the handbook is supposed to never break, and two of them broke in quick succession...
Then we can only assume that someone's figured out its weakness.
How would,
You know what the weakness is, right, Monokuma? So, what is it?
You're asking me?
I think it's a necessary piece of information if you want this to be a fair trial.
Does he want it to be fair, though?
But if I tell you, and someone else decides to copy it, that would be very not good.
Just tell us already! Why would we want to break our own handbooks?
Oh well, I have a weakness for pushy demands. But you're sure you won't follow their example? Then allow me to make a special announcement. The weak point of my cutting-edge e-handbook is... When it's exposed to high temperatures for too long, it will suffer a meltdown and totally break!
And we had that competition. Right.
I flippin' knew it!
You knew it?
See, this bugs me, because this information we need to have before the trial so that we could try to figure out who the killer was.
Yeah,
But I guess we might have guessed
laying
it.
on the floor of the sauna. The temperature in the sauna can reach over 200 degrees. Strange how you don't get burnt, huh? It's because as your sweat evaporates, it creates a cooling layer of air around your skin. If the hot air of the sauna were somehow pushed directly onto your skin, you'd definitely get fried.
Take note, kids.
That layer of air would get blown away. That's why you may feel a burning when you move around. So when you're in a sauna, make sure to keep nice and still.
Wow, interesting. I learned one new fact today.
Me too.
That is a mere trifling speck
Oh,
of knowledge.
Fumi knows everything about saunas.
Anyway, if you found the
I
victim's
love that
handbook
little
in the
aside,
sauna,
just out of nowhere.
then the killer must have been purposely trying to raise its temperature in order to break it.
Meaning the culprit somehow knew its weakness.
But how'd they find out? Monokuma said he didn't tell anyone, right?
Someone brought, one of those two brought their handbook in with them, into the sauna with them, and found out that it broke it.
Indeed.
That's my
Quite
guess.
the mystery.
What if they found out by accident?
What do you mean by accident?
What if the killer took their own handbook into the sauna, not knowing its weakness, and it broke? They'd realize it was broken, of course, and it wouldn't be hard to figure out why. And once they had Chihiro's handbook, they knew they had an easy way to dispose of it.
I won't say it's not possible, but who would have done something like that? I don't know of anyone who took their handbook into the sauna.
I might know someone who did.
Whoa, seriously?
I think the one who may have taken their handbook into the sauna was...
Taka? Could only been one person. I don't know, it could be Taka or it could be, Mondo. We're going with Taka? Well, you reacted. No, it certainly wasn't me, but I mean... You seem awfully rattled, Taka. Could it be... You know who it actually was? In that case, there's really only one person left it could have been.
Shoot!
Okay, it was Mondo. I don't know how you could figure out who it was. I must be forgetting something. Okay. Awesome. Clearly it was Leon.
Here's my answer.
Okay. Why could it only have been
Mondo,
him?
Your handbook got broken in the sauna, didn't it?
What? Why? Why do you keep accusing him?
Mondo and Taka had an endurance contest in the sauna not too long ago, remember? And for the contest, Mondo just so happened to keep his school uniform.
Oh, he did. I totally forgot.
But little did he realize, he'd also left his handbook in one of his
Forgot he
uniform
kept his
pockets.
uniform on. Of course.
And when it was all over, Mondo discovered that taking your handbook into the sauna could easily destroy it.
God, remind me not to become a police officer.
No, wait, hold on. You've got it all wrong. He would never kill. I don't accept this. Show me the proof. The actual solid proof.
I mean, I don't want to believe it either, but I found something that proves it beyond a shadow of a doubt. Oh God. Oh God. Whoa. Okay, let's
Let's
listen
test
to this.
Makoto's assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Yeah.
In other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Does
See?
it?
Look! Makoto was wrong after all! Mondo wouldn't hurt a fly!
Okay. I don't want to believe Mondo might have actually killed someone, but I found something to prove beyond a shadow of a doubt.
Let's test
This is
Makoto's
just-
assertion. If what he says is correct, then Mondo, you broke your own handbook.
Let's try this.
In
Sauna.
other words, if Mondo's handbook is actually broken, then that proves that what Makoto said is right.
Well, my goddamn handbook works just fine.
Does it? Let's see it.
Mondo, the handbook you have right now, is it really yours?
He took Leon's handbook.
The fuck is that supposed to mean?
He took Leon's handbook.
The broken handbook that was in the main hall. Isn't that one actually yours?
What the heck are you talking about?
What I mean is, I think Mondo swapped his handbook out for one that actually works. I think he took Leon's handbook and replaced it with his own. After all, Monokuma said himself that Leon's handbook never should have broken.
That's true.
That's right! The punishment it suffered wasn't nearly enough to destroy it.
So then, the broken handbook in the main hall is actually Mondo's, which would mean that the handbook Mondo has right now is actually Leon's.
Let's see it, Mondo.
But doesn't that violate the school regulation that says loaning out your handbook is prohibited?
Well, here's how I look at it.
He took it. He didn't. It wasn't loaned to him.
There is a rule about loaning your handbook to another student, but if they're dead, they're not a student.
True.
It's kind of a gray area, I admit. But no worries. If anything, it just makes things more interesting. As such, I decree that exchanging handbooks with a corpse is not a violation of the rules.
Okay.
Well, Mondo,
New rule.
if I'm wrong about this, you're welcome to say so. I'm happy to admit I made a mistake, but...
Son of a bitch!
Yeah, we got him.
What's wrong, bro? Come on,
bro.
Tell him he's wrong!
Come on, bro.
You are wrong! You have to be wrong! Everything you just said is
Oh,
wrong!
Taka's bromance
You
is
made it all
over.
up!
Okay, then why don't we look back on this case one more time, from the beginning? That way, everything will become clear, and we'll all see if I was right or wrong.
Okay, this is gonna be hard, I think. We're gonna do the, yeah, okay. So, we've got her getting the outfit. What's on the tracksuit? What's this? This, right? Celeste saw the suit. That's right. So I saw the suit. And she quickly put it away. And then she used... Okay. Used her... Oh no, she would have met up. No, Mondo was in there. Okay. Or whoever she met up with was in there. Probably this. To open up the door. Huh. Okay, it's all later. No, not the girls' room. Yeah, no, yeah, so it should be the boys, right? Goes up to the boys' room. Uses her book on it. Or his book, sorry, I keep calling her her. Meets up with Mondo. What's this part? I don't know what this is. Definitely not that. It's a locker, I guess. Okay. Exclamation mark. Why is there an exclamation mark there? Let's go a bit further. This is when she gets hit. Blood on the poster. Probably, right? Drops the weight. This is moving the crime scene. Pulls up the rug. Okay. Oh, hold on. Yeah. That's her. Okay, yeah, that's right. 6 low. Damn! This is hard. That's already okay. The poster's been moved. Act 3. Okay, this is after the murders occurred. But probably. Probably this, right? And writes on the wall. No, posters up. No. I don't know. This might be earlier. Yeah, this is before. Five minutes. Shit! This is by Kuya, right? Okay, so... Oh, this is... Mondo coming up behind her, maybe? I don't know. I don't know what goes here. Let's do this. Yeah, that makes sense. Working out. Decides to hit her for some reason. I'm still not sure why. Him, I should say. This is like... Okay, taking down... Poster. Okay. So this isn't even by Kuya yet. Makes sense. Here's like this. Okay. Comes in afterwards, maybe. Okay, maybe it's Mondo that... Oh, it must have been Mondo that moved her over. Oh, I can click on these things. I didn't even know that! Shit! To disguise the truth, the killer switched around the carpet as well as something else. Okay, so that's the poster. I didn't even know I could do that! Shit. Which locker room did the killer move to? That's the women's locker room. Shit, okay, I gotta go back. So murder took place and blood splatter onto something else, didn't it? Yes. Good. Weapon the killer used was... No, it's not. I still think it's this one. Which locker room did Chihiro go into? Boys' locker room. Where's that? Okay. I don't think that's necessarily wrong. Oh. Something everyone has that you need to get into the locker rooms. Yep. Okay. Did that one. Disguise the truth, the killer switched around the carpets as well as something else. Good. Which locker room did the killer move to? Okay. Killer took something from the other locker room and switched it at the scene of the crime. I don't know, I guess it's a dumbbell. What was it the Byakuya brought to the murder scene? Could only have been that. Byakuya arrived in the scene. What did he use to disguise what happened? I assume it's this. Where did the killer go after they were done? Where did the killer go after they were done? Don't know. The handbook got thrown into the sauna room. What happened? Where did it go after they were done? Oh. Threw it into the sauna room. Okay. So... Here. Reenact.
Here's exactly
I
what
think that's
happened.
it?
First, let's take a look back to before the incident.
God, sorry that took me so long.
Last night, Celeste saw Chihiro in the warehouse, correct?
Correct?
At the time, she was apparently stuffing something into a duffel bag. That something was a blue tracksuit. You can confirm this, right, Celeste? With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Screwed up there. Okay. Which locker room did Chihiro go into? Yeah. Boys' locker room. Must be this.
The killer is you! With bag in hand, Chihiro headed out, even though it was officially nighttime. She made her way to the locker room, specifically the boys' locker room. But how could the victim, who was apparently a girl, access the boys' locker room?
Nice.
simple, because she was really a he, which is why he was able to use his own handbook to gain entrance to the boys' locker room. Once inside, he met with someone there, and the person he met was the one who killed him. It seems likely that the killer grabbed the nearby dumbbell, approached the unsuspecting Chihiro, and attacked him. And that's where the bloodstains on the poster and carpeting in the boys' locker room came from. It was likely in the heat of the moment. The body was arranged, but the murder itself felt unplanned.
Don't understand why.
Which is why the killer hurried to try and hide the act. First, pulling up the bloodstained carpet, then removing the bloody poster.
Okay, so the killer moved the body.
And finally carrying the corpse into the girls' locker room. A girl's handbook was necessary to get into the locker room, of course. But this alone doesn't prove that the killer was necessarily a girl.
Just grab her
After
handbook.
all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks had been placed in the main hall.
You just grabbed her handbook as well.
Using one of those, a
Oh no,
boy
it's
could get into the
boy's
girls'
handbook. Sorry,
locker
yeah,
room
yeah.
without much problem.
Of course. They must have gone back to get that girl's handbook. Oh. Shit, I screwed that one up. Okay, what is this one? Killer took something from the other locker room and switched it at the scene of the crime.
Here's exactly what happened.
Exactly!
After all, Sayaka and Junko's handbooks using one of those, a boy...
Okay, there we go. I just picked the wrong poster one, I
that's
guess.
exactly how the killer did it. With the carpet and the poster they brought with them, they got to work. They changed the layout of the boys' and girls' locker room in what you might call a crime scene switch. That could have been the end of things, but no. Byakuya discovered the body and decided to intervene in the situation, making things even more complicated. So, after stumbling on the crime scene,
Decided to just like...
he went and grabbed the extension cord from the library, and then he got to work.
It's just so ridiculous.
He used the cord to string up Chihiro's lifeless body. Then, using the victim's own blood, he left a grisly message there at the scene of the crime. He wanted to create the illusion that Genocide Jack was responsible for the slaughter. And around the same time that Byakuya was putting together this facade, the killer, having already disposed of Chihiro's bag and other belongings, arrived at the sauna. There, they planned to destroy the last piece of evidence, Chihiro's handbook. And just as the killer expected, the steamy sauna was enough to ruin the electronic gadget. Somehow, the killer knew that the handbook couldn't stand up to the heat of the sauna. And the reason they knew that is because the sauna had already wrecked their own handbook. And that's how it all played out.
That's right.
Isn't that right, Mondo Owada?
Mondo Owada. I like Mondo though. Ah, shit. My throat will thank me then. Because his voice kills my throat. Okay.
Wait! No! This can't be right! Where's your evidence? Yeah! Where's your evidence? You need evidence! You need proof! Without any proof, you can't pin any of this on him!
Evidence that Mondo is the killer? That already revealed itself earlier in the trial. All I have to do is check that one item off his, and everything will become clear. A new element has been added to the bullet time battles. Wow! This is getting complicated. The next trial is going to be crazy. I think this has already been like a 2-hour trial or something. During a bullet time battle, if you press the RB button, fever time will activate and the tempo will be forced to its max. At this point, even if you push the buttons at random, you won't miss. Okay. You can push AY, however you want to destroy the opponent's verbal assault. Okay. This only lasts until your focus gauge runs out. Make the best possible use of your time. Of course, it wouldn't be fair if only you got access to special time, right? We've also prepared something called Nega Time your opponent can use. The opponent activates Nega Time during the bullet time battle. Your tempo marker will disappear, making it quite a bit tougher to hit the buttons in rhythm. If you were to activate Fever Time at this point... No, never mind. I'm sure nothing would happen. I don't know what I was worried about. Surprisingly, if your action difficulty is set to gentle, the opponent won't use Nega Time. Well then, good luck and have fun.